At Alabama A&M University, you can start here and go anywhere. It was high school senior day. Lots of people came from around the country to audition for the band, audition for the university choir, and oh yeah, to watch the football game. Find out what happened next on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review. Highlights, features, and analysis with head coach Connell Maynor. Brought to you by Protective Life, Union Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, and University Kia.
Good evening and welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm your host, Ted Dixie. High school senior day was on the Hill yesterday. Lots of people coming from around the nation, trying out for the band coach, trying out for the university choir, and also to watch a football game, which the Bulldogs won 42-14. Congratulations.
Thank you. We needed a little two-game winning streak, and we did what we wanted to do. The guys played well. Just so proud of the coaches with the game plan and the players, the way they performed. Probably was our best overall game of the year in all three phases, offense, defense, and special team. And that's what you want to do. You want to continue to get better every week. And we didn't have a letdown after the Classic. And that's what I preached all week, is not have a letdown. Let's go out, play hard on all three phases, and we did. We knew they was going to be tough. They don't quit. And our guys looked up and lived up to the challenge.
Traditionally, how we play against Mississippi Valley State portends how the Bulldogs will do the following season. Did you see some good things yesterday, Coach, especially from those who are deep on the depth chart that got a chance to play?
I did. We got some other guys in the game, and they played well. I think everybody got a little glimpse of Harold Jimerson, what he can do.
Yes, sir.
How big he is, how fast he is.
Oof.
And I just hate it took 8 games for everybody to see it. But he has a lot of potential and has a lot of upside, so we look forward to seeing him for a couple more years in maroon and white.
But you're highly competitive with your roster, Coach. I have to believe that the spring season or the spring practices are going to be very intense.
They are. We're going to add some new bodies, and we're going to get rid of some, of course, with the seniors. But that's what you want. You want iron sharpens iron, and so you want that competition. And we're going to bring some other guys in here and try to keep getting better.
And of course, on the way to getting better, Coach, you look at your record. This could be your 4th consecutive season with a winning record. That happens this Saturday at Texas Southern. How are you looking forward to that game?
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be another tough game. We got to go on the road. They just played Jackson very tough. I think it was 21-21 at one time. And,
yes, sir.
And then 27-21, and then Jackson scored the last 21 points. But they was right there with them for 3 quarters. So we got to be ready to play, man. Like I said, it's SWAC football. SWAC football. You got to lace them up every week and be ready. If you're not ready, you're gonna wind up with a L. So we'll watch this tape. We got a lot that we can still improve on and get better at, and we'll work on that this week and fly down and be ready to play.
I like to call the Southwestern Athletic Conference the most competitive conference in the football championship subdivision. We saw why, Coach, at the end of the ball game, Coach Vincent Dancy, the head coach at Mississippi Valley State, tried to score and did. Have you ever been in that situation, and what are you trying to do there?
Well, you don't ever want to quit. You always want to have your guys play for 60 minutes, and that's what he did. You can always work those situations, ending the game, ending the half. You can never get enough live reps. It ain't the same in practice. So, and you get an opportunity to do that in the game. You got to do it. You got to get your quarterback some more reps at it. Your receivers, your linemen, and the protection they're gonna get, and then your secondary guys. For us, but for them, they're running backs, and those are just situations that you can't duplicate in practice. You need live bullets at it. And so anytime you get a chance to run or get those situations, you got to try to take advantage of it. And he did.
Another thing we got to see, Coach, with you mentioning Jimerson, who had a 58-yard fake punt run, Coach. Tell us about that call.
Yeah, we faked the punt. I just felt that we needed a little shot, and it was 4th and 1. So I feel that if we faked that, even though they went safe and kept the defense out there, They still didn't know we was going to run it, and they just weren't prepared for it because they didn't have a defense called. And so I knew we could get the 1 yard, and lo and behold, he popped it for 57. So I was hoping he was going to score, but he didn't.
I know he got tripped up about the 20-yard line, but a good run by Mr. Jemison. Welcome to the Southwestern Athletic Conference, but more importantly, welcome to the Hill. As we hope to do several incoming freshmen next fall, 2022, on the Hill. It was high school senior day, and we come back, you'll have a look at the highlights from the game against Mississippi Valley State at the Lewis Cruz Physical Education Complex on the beautiful campus of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. Thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Don't get hit hard by low trade offers.
Get up to $5,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade at University Kia. Check out our large selection of new Kias. University Kia proudly supports Alabama A&M University football. Go Bulldogs!
Bulldog fans, the Alabama A&M Athletics Department is calling on you to help our student athletes. The Bulldog Strong Fund focuses on our student athletes by encouraging competition. During this global pandemic, competitive excellence takes on a new definition for our Bulldogs. This fund enhances our efforts to ensure our athletic department can service each team to become a prominent national competitor in all aspects of NCAA Division I athletics. Donation to the Bulldog Strong Fund will be used to cover student athletic scholarships, supporting recruiting efforts, and creating additional health and wellness initiatives. We're under tough and challenging times, but with your support, the Bulldog Strong Fund will thrive. Donations of all sizes make a huge difference and are greatly appreciated. Visit amusports.com to learn more about the Bulldog Strong Fund and how you can donate now. Thank you in advance for your continued support of Alabama A&M athletics and our student athletes. Go Bulldogs!
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
In golf, if you make a mistake, there is a mulligan. Well, in God, if you make a mistake, there is mercy. Aren't you glad God has mercy for your mistakes? Hello, I am PT, Pastor Troy. I want to invite you to come and worship with us at the Fellowship of Faith, where Jesus is exalted and the Word is explained. We love Alabama A&M. Go Bulldogs!
Thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. My name is Ted Dixie, and I'm happy to be here because, Coach, you have a new nickname now. It's called Cunning Connell. You pull these trick plays. You'll pass when you're supposed to run. You'll run when you're supposed to pass. Tell us about how that thinking happens on the field.
That's where it should be. You know, that's what you want to be. You want to be balanced. When they think you're going to run, you want to throw the ball. They think you're going to throw the ball, you want to run the ball. That's just part of the game and what you try to do to the opposing team. Fakes, I'm not afraid of faking anywhere. Now a lot of times when we go to punt, everybody keep their defense on the field. So if they keep their defense on the field, how they gonna get a return? So now we can just punt the ball. The punter don't have to worry about anybody rushing. He can take his time. As you can see, he hit 2 booming punts.
57-yarder, one of them.
Yeah, because he ain't worried about nobody rushing, because they in the safe mode because they worried about me faking. So once you fake like that, that's what that does. First of all, you're not going to be able to return the punt on us. Then you're not going to rush. My punter got all day to punt the ball because you got your defense out there. So it's a lot of advantages to fake punting. But, I do it from anywhere. I do it from the 10-yard line, my own 10, the own 30, and they know that. So last couple of games, I don't think anybody sent a punt return team out there on us yet. So it is what it is. We onside kick. We do it all. But I always tell people I take what the defense give me. And so if you give it to me on an onside kick or something like that or punt, then I'm going to take it.
Just like candy from a Halloweener, if you will, Coach. So when you're on the field and you're thinking about what to play to call next, you're always thinking about scoring, correct?
Well, we always design every play to score. If it's blocked right, and the difference in a 7-yard run and a 37-yard run is downfield blocking. So the play is designed to break, but we also need the receivers to do their job and either run the guy off if he's playing man and not looking, or you got to get down there and block him. So when that guy get to the next level, that receiver get that block, he can take it to the house. So every play, not every play, but 90% of the plays are designed to score.
So speaking about the wide receivers, the group they call themselves the Outlaws, D. Anderson, with 11 touchdown catches on the season, leads the NCAA. You get a trophy if that's the case at the end of the season. Talk about his development, especially since he's a transfer.
Yeah, we got him. D's a big-time player, man. Probably 6'5", 6'6".
Every bit of it.
And has easy hands, man. I mean, he catch the ball with ease and run great routes. And I think, he might have dropped 2 balls this year in the game, that hit his hands, that he had opportunity to catch. You throw that ball in his area, he's going to come down with it most of the time. And he's getting grabbed and held by these little DBs. And he just makes plays, man. He's underrated with his speed. You don't think he's fast as he is, but he really does have speed. And so, as you see on his long balls, he's always 2-3 yards behind the DB. So he's deceptively fast and got great hands, and it's a big target. So when we get in that red zone, we can throw him a slant, we can throw him a fade, we throw him a back shoulder, and he's just hard to stop. And as long as people keep putting one guy over there, we're going to keep throwing touchdowns to him.
Abdul Fattah Ibrahim, also a member of the Outlaws. Zabrian Moore, also a member of the Outlaws. Odu Hilaire, also a member of the Outlaws. You got a couple more in yesterday. Terrell Gardner and Young played yesterday, Coach. Talk about their commitment to the team to not play a lot, but to always be where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, man, that's huge to have that depth. OJ has been down a little bit with his ankle, so he hasn't been practicing a lot. Zay had a heel injury where he missed some practices. And so when that happens, that's when Terrell and CJ have to step it up in practice. And CJ got most of the reps the last 3 weeks in practice. He ran almost every rep with the first team. And then we get in the game, and OJ's able to go, and then OJ get most of the reps. So I really admire CJ for his dedication, hard work, what he's doing to this program, help getting us ready, and then don't get the reps he expect on Saturday. That shows that he's a team player. And he's been that way ever since he's been here, and he'll get his chance. He'll get his opportunity to get more plays. But I got to take my hats off to those guys for the work they do during the week, and then being ready in the game. Because I always tell them, don't count your reps, make your reps count, and that's what they do.
And, of course, Coach, talking about the defenders that came back, we get to see what they did in the second half highlights. And, of course, Coach, we want to see a little bit of the marching maroon and white. We hope to see that as well when we come back on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Don't get hit hard by low trade offers.
Get up to $5,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade at University Kia. Check out our large selection of new Kias. University Kia proudly supports Alabama A&M University football. Go Bulldogs!
Union Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, a church with a big heart of love. Located at 315 Winchester Road in Huntsville, Alabama. under the leadership of Dr. O. Wendell Davis. The worship services begin at 7:45 a.m. and 10:45 a.m. every Sunday. Now, we pray that you are blessed by our worship experience.
Hello, I'm Pastor Troy. The game of football is a lot like the game of life. You have to tackle your problems and block your fears. I just want you to know there is victory in Jesus. I want to invite you to worship with us at one of our anointed services at our Huntsville campus or our Madison campus. At the Fellowship of Faith, Jesus is exalted and the word is explained. We love Alabama A&M. Go Bulldogs.
Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs, or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Thank you for joining us and having fun with the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm your host, Ted Dixie. Coach, let's talk about clock management. At the end of the first half, the Bulldogs score, and beginning of the second half, the Bulldogs score. How does that happen?
Well, they got the ball back just over 2 minutes, and we had 2 timeouts. So they could have ran it twice, make us use our timeouts, and then ran it again. It kind of, ended it. But they were trying to get a score. And so after they ran it the first time and got the clock started, I said, well, I called timeout after this next play. If they run the ball, I said, but if they throw it, it's probably going to be incomplete. I'm going to save that timeout. And lo and behold, they threw it incomplete. So now on third down, you got to throw it again. It was incomplete. So now we got 1 minute and 40 seconds. We got 2 timeouts. With our offense,
1 minute and 45 seconds.
I like our chances to get a score there, and we was able to get a score. So, as opposing coach, you got to try to score. But, you also got to understand on the other side of the field. If you give Aaron Rodgers back the ball, then he gonna put some points on you. You get Tom Brady back the ball, he gonna probably put some points on you. So, Aquil Glass is our Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. So,
right.
And our offense, so you got to take that in consideration when you start throwing the ball at the end instead of, trying to score maybe. Like the first play was great. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to run the ball, get the clock going. The second play, you got to throw a pass that is catchable, a screen or a short pass. If you get the first down, that's good. If not, the clock is still running. Now you decide if you want to try to keep scoring or not.
Okay. And then, of course, Coach, the Bulldogs had a 99-yard drive, a 90-yard drive, and I believe an 85-yard drive. Long plays, you ate up the clock, but that's got to be demoralizing for your opponent at some point.
Yeah, it is. You got them backed up. You think if you can get a 3 and out, you get good field position. And next thing you know, they're at midfield, and then they about to score on you in the red zone. It's not good when you on defense, but when you're the one doing it to the other team, it's wearing down the defense, it's keeping them on the field, and is really draining and deflating for a team to go 90, 80 yards on you, especially when they're doing it back-to-back, and they're eating up time. So that's what you want to do if you're on the offensive side of the ball, and that's what you don't want to do if you're on the defensive side.
Your offensive line had to have been performing well for that to happen, Coach. Talk about them for a bit.
Yeah, they played great because Coach Danzy come in talking about how much confidence he has in his D-line. He thinks he has one of the best D-lines in the conference. And, I challenged the guys this week, and I told them about that, and I told them how well they've been playing and how they've been down against everybody. But then next thing you know, in the fourth quarter, they got the lead, And so these guys weren't going to quit. And I told them, what we got to do is we got to get our foot, when we get our foot on their throat, we can't take it off. We got to twist until blood come out. And you got to kill an ant with a hand grenade. And that's what we was able to do this week. Our guys never let up. We've been up in games before. Just about every game except I think Jackson State, we've been up 2 scores. And we lost 3 football games. And a couple games they came back and tied it. So we just had to get that killer instinct and learn how to finish. And we did a great job of that this week.
You changed defensive coordinators mid-season, Coach. Talk about the effect that it's had on your team.
So far, so good. We're giving up, 14 points in both games that we made the switch, the Magic City Classic and then again this week. So Coach Bulwer has done a great job. But Coach Eastman is also doing a good job of he's still signaling, and he's still helping Coach Bulwer out in situations. And, 2 great minds is better than one. And so they're putting them together. Eastman is an ultimate professional, and he understands the business, and he's doing whatever he can do to help out. And those two, and with the rest of the defensive staff, has done a tremendous job the last 2 weeks.
Of course, Coach, now moving on to your next game up against Texas Southern. You've got to fly, so that's not a home game. You don't get to sleep in your own bed or go to a short trip in Birmingham. Talk about that impact on your team coming down the end of the season.
I think it'll be fine. We practice early on Friday mornings, and we don't practice long on Fridays. It's a mental day of special teams and a little team apart for about an hour. So we practice here probably about 8 to 9, and then the flight is out at 12. So we'll be at the airport by 11. So we'll leave here about 10:30. That'll give them about an hour and a half to go back to their rooms, change clothes, get settled in, and get back over here. And then we'll fly down and get there in the afternoon and relax and get ready to play the next day. So it won't be too bad. You get on that plane, and it's probably about an hour and a half, 2-hour flight. And the guys would probably love that. They'd probably be asleep and get a chance to get some rest. And then we go with our team meetings and get ready to play Saturday.
Get ready to beat the Tigers. When we come back on the Alabama A&M Football Review, we'll give you a chance to find out where you can get some of this fine apparel that Coach is wearing on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynard.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
In golf, if you make a mistake, there is a mulligan. Well, in God, if you make a mistake, there is mercy. Aren't you glad God has mercy for your mistakes? Hello, I am PT, Pastor Troy. I want to invite you to come and worship with us at the Fellowship of Faith, where Jesus is exalted and the Word is explained. We love Alabama A&M. Go Bulldogs.
Bulldog fans, the Alabama A&M Athletics Department is calling on you to help our student athletes. The Bulldog Strong Fund focuses on our student athletes by encouraging competition. During this global pandemic, competitive excellence takes on a new definition for our Bulldogs. This fund enhances our efforts to ensure our athletic department can service each team to become a prominent national competitor in all aspects of NCAA Division I athletics. Donation to the Bulldog Strong Fund will be used to cover student athletic scholarships, supporting recruiting efforts, and creating additional health and wellness initiatives. We're under tough and challenging times, but with your support, the Bulldog Strong Fund will thrive. Donations of all sizes make a huge difference and are greatly appreciated. Visit amusports.com to learn more about the Bulldog Strong Fund and how you can donate now. Thank you in advance for your continued support of Alabama A&M athletics and our student athletes. Go Bulldogs!
Union Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, a church with a big heart of love. Located at 315 Winchester Road in Huntsville, Alabama. Under the leadership of Dr. O. Wendell Davis. The worship services begin at 7:45 a.m. and 10:45 a.m. every Sunday. Now, we pray that you are blessed by our worship experience.
Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
As always, thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm your host, Ted Dixie. Coach, you teased before the last break of where can we get this kind of outfit, or fit as the kids call it?
Well, you too can wear this, what I wear, if you join the Bulldog Club. That's all you got to do. Join the Bulldog Club. You can get one of these, and you can help our student athletes to get some other stuff and help our facilities, help our travel. All you got to do is join the Bulldog Club. Why not? You can get one of these, and you can help our student athletes. I'll see you when you sign up.
And of course, this Tuesday night, Tennessee State comes to town to play the Bulldogs men's basketball team, but the game won't be in Elmore. It will be at the VBC, the Von Braun Center, downtown, beautiful, gorgeous New Huntsville. Come down and take a look at it. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock p.m., but 6 o'clock p.m., if you want to be in the shot when we do Bulldog Talk live from the VBC, come on down and we'll be able to put you in the back of us, Coach. It'll be something different to have people around you at Bulldog Talk.
It will be. It'll be great. I love it. And so come on out Tuesday night, support basketball and support this show and the radio show, and you might be able to get on TV.
And of course, folks, that happens because some of us have taken our vaccines. If you don't want to take a vaccine, we understand. Just put on a mask, cover your nose and your mouth when you cough, and wash your hands. Thank you again for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Oh, Ted, hold on. I told you about joining the Bulldog Club. I want to thank Bertha Bowers. That's who you have to get in contact with so you can join the Bulldog Club. And listen, the reason I'm telling you again is because you don't remember the first thing we talked about. What was the first thing we talked about on the show today? You can't remember, can you? But you remember the last thing we talked about, joining the Bulldog Club. Yeah, I'll see you Tuesday. I'm going to have my Bulldog stuff on. You want some? Contact Bertha Bowers.
Bulldog fans, thank you for joining us today for the Alabama A&M University Football Review. Bulldog faithful, we encourage your support and participation. Until next time, go Bulldogs!